Okay, so hello guys, welcome back to another video. And today's video, I would like to make a video about any game that I would like. I've been dreaming about creating a game with just like Danny's game or Black Panther Project. I mean not Black Panther. I mean Danny's game, the games that he makes. That was the others. Sam Hogan's games. They have a walk and a walkthrough of how they made the game, so it's my time to shine. So the game I'm creating right now is what you'll expect to see on October 29th, which is Team C's project by Mr. Beast. Now, the Team C's project is actually the a project where they plan to clean the oceans through some ways that they'll just clean it up, and there's a lot of partnership with that. Millions of people were called out to make a video in October, beginning October 29th until somewhere in January. So this is my devlog game of making this game called, let me remember that again, Team C's cleanup game, simple, which is a simple game, a small game which contributes to the project for Team C's. So, and also the plan is, what will I do to support Team C's? Well, first, there are two things that supports Team C's. So first, I'm gonna supporting by my revenue. If half of my revenue for the first month of my profit, if anyone would interest in playing my game, half of the revenue will be donated to the Team C's project. Next, oh wait, I have my Lula. Okay, so that was my grandmother. So in my game, and in the revenue, half of the revenue will be going to Team C's. And the second thing that supports Team C's by my game is the choice of those who play the game have the effort from seeing my game through my support of giving the actions or the game's actions, cleaning up the garbage will certainly affect the actions of those who play. If they played it, then they will have the actions or the some kind of effort, a favorite effort of going to their nearest beach and clean it up. So that's the two things that my game would support for the Team C's project. Now on to the game. Now first I had to create a project, which the name, I haven't made up the name of Team C's. It was Pick Up Trash Simple. But the problem with Pick Up Trash Simple is that it's not referring to the sea or the ocean. So later the time where I made the game, I renamed it to Team C's Cleanup Simple. Okay, so now we are on to the video. Now please subscribe to get some notifications, because in the end of the video I'm gonna tell you something important about this game. So next, I had to create the water because the water was important for the game. That's the basic thing that is needed for the game. Yeah. So I've created the water. Next is the trash. Well, what will be the trash? The Team C's main goal without trash. So I put in some trash, which are just bottle cans, papers, and other stuff. And later I'm gonna make some other assets as well. Collect some other assets and make it into trash. Now, next is what's the logic of the game. So first I had to make a script for the trash. Then I had to make the trash be dragged into the later where I put the trash. Next, I had to detail the water. The detail of the water. Currently, right now in the water, it's just a blue box, a blue square, a long rectangle square, blue rectangle there. But now I'm gonna put some tiles that I collected from an asset in the game in Unity. It had water animation, so I collected that. And then next is add the trash bin. Where will I put the trash? Trash bins. So I had to create a trash bin. So I put in the trash bin there and created its logic. Its logic being, you know, when you drag the trash into the trash bin, it will be deleted and added to your points. There, that's the achievement getting. And I had to add more trash after that, and then next I had to add more logic to the trash bin. Next, I had to add, you know, the simple background, and finally I put in the player manager, which will handle all the points and the point system for the game. And the next is creating the main menu. How do you access the game? Well, where would you access the game in the start? So I used the creating the main menu, and it wouldn't be pretty if you log into the game and you see that it's very boring. Currently I'm gonna, you know, update the main menu. So next, I had to put some logic, adding, you know, buttons and other scripts to handle what's inside the main menu. Next, I had to do, I had a little bit, I had added something to the trash, which is a very simple thing that I added. I put in disintegration, in which, example, biodegradable trash can disintegrate in water or in land. So I had to make some trash which can disintegrate while, you know, for a specific amount of time. After a specific amount of time, it disappears. So I added, you know, those biodegradable stuff that disintegrates. So since I had a newspaper asset in my Unity project, I used that newspaper to disintegrate in a set amount of time. Next is game modes. Wait, I have something. It was my mother calling me to have lunch. Okay, so where was I? Okay, so I had to add game modes. So in game modes, I had three things planned: timer, fish protection, and river. And I'm not gonna continue because you don't have to watch the game. You play the game, but I'm gonna tell the modes later. So next I had to. So the first mode is timer, in which it would if in a specific amount of time, so I say 2 minutes or somewhere like 50 seconds. After 50 seconds, if you it'll game finished after 50 seconds, and after 50 seconds it's already done, and your points will be saved, and you can use the points for other stuff. Next is the fish protection mode, which is I made to use pathfinding and AI. And the AI part was really hard because, you know, fish moving. I had to use the A-star asset. You know, the A-star pathfinding project in Unity. So I had to use that stuff for making the fish move. And, you know, I still have to maintain some of its movement because, you know, it flips so hard. You see that in the game. So next is the fish. I mean, part of the logic of the fish is to collect. Before I tell that, I have a question. What you might be asking? Why is the fish there? What's the purpose of the fish? Well, the fish eats the trash. Confused? Well, the fish, and remember the fish, you know, sometimes when you see some rescued, sometimes in documentaries, fish always interact with trash being littered in the ocean. So I had to make, you know, the fish eat the trash, and when it's already 10, if the fish ate 10 trashes, he will die. So you have to protect the fish from eating the trash before 50 seconds runs out. So that's the game. And finally, I put the game over stuff. And finally, main menu additionals, which I had to use to purchase the free mode. The first mode you get is timer, and the fish protection mode you had to purchase. I remember I told 3 modes: timer, fish protection, and river. The river mode, no, I'm gonna develop it in the next parts. So I had to So that's my main additionals. That's the last thing I did, and now I'm here talking to you. Finish the game. So this is what I want to tell you. What I said, something important in the last parts of this video. So what I wanted to tell you is this game is still not yet out on Google Play, cause I have 1,300 pesos, which I'm currently now in the Philippines. That's the currency for $25 for Google Play console. I don't really have enough to pay for the one-time purchase for the Google Play console. So, but my payday for my father is right around the corner, like October 30, and we still have to pay bills. So you can expect the game to be launched between October 30 to November 20. Between October 30 and November 20. But there's also one thing I could publish the game. There's a page called itch.io, which is a game platform, and it also supports Android games. So I will first put my game in there in itch.io, and later in my later productions, if I have enough money to pay Google Play console, you can access the game on Google Play. So that's all for what I told. And if you want to support me, I'm gonna post a crowdfunding page, my crowdfunding page in the link in the description below. So you can donate for $25 so that I can, publish the game on Google Play. And also support Team C's in the description below so that you can donate to support Mr. Beast and other creators to clean up the ocean. So thank you guys. Subscribe, like, download the game, do whatever you want with teamcs.org. So thank you and goodbye.